Hi guys, very quick one tonight. I've had a request from one of my subs, MrJSowa, for something he can make as a gift out of old horseshoes for his niece. It's a bit short notice and I'm slightly under pressure here. I'm looking around my house to see what if there's anything that we can make. We'll start off with a few of the things that he probably won't want to make for his niece. I'm assuming that she's quite young. This is something I made oh long while ago. I've made a pair of these bar stools, again out of horseshoes. I've got a bit of concave for the footrest and a bit of concave on the floor for the sort of the base. I had to make a special mount for the actual seat, but it's extremely comfortable. And if anyone gets around to doing something like this, it's really worth doing. They're very comfortable. Something a bit more useful, key rack. I use this all the time for not only keys but walking sticks, as you can see. It's quite simple. 3 shoes. These are actually 3 new shoes. These are ones I made at college as samples. But it's just 3 shoes stuck together and some welding rods bent up and welded through the holes. Very useful and quite simple, but again, maybe not for a niece. This might be a bit more up your street if she's into things like this, and if you're arty. Put her name or the pony's name, get a shoe off her favourite pony, paint it up, put a few ribbons around it. This is one that one of my customers did for our wedding. But again, quite nice. And some of these aren't probably ideal either. This is just a candle holder made out of 3 old shoes, 2 on the bottom there, welded together. These are quite big shoes, I've quite a big horse. And 1 at the top. These are just washers. I think they call them penny washers because they've got a big washer with a small hole. Just welded them to the top of the shoe and then brazed on or soldered, I'm not quite sure, this bit of tube around the top there. These I've actually flared the tops. I've got a little tool I put in the fly press just to flare the tops out, which just finishes them off, but they look just as nice if you leave them square. Then there's this, which is just identical but mini version. And these look really nice actually with very long thin candles in, but again, probably not ideal for a niece, but they might come in handy for projects for other people. This one I call my Wee Willy Winky candle holder. Again, it's 2 shoes, 1 turned into a complete circle, as you can see, joined up at the ends. Then another one, a smaller one, forged down into a little hooky thing, and then cut off there because you don't need the whole shoe. This is about 2/3 of a shoe. The base is a bit more tricky. It's a bit of, I think it's about 20 gauge, quite thin stuff, just pushed out. I pushed it out on the fly press, but I suppose you could beat it out. And then just tacked it around the edge there. And this one's got a nail in the bottom for a large candle. You can put like a church candle in there. But I also do another one, which is a bit of tube, about that high, again with a little flare on the top for a thin candle. Probably the most useful thing that you might want for your niece is one of these, a puzzle. This one, I think they call this through the keyhole. The idea is to get this bottom bit, this bit here, off the shoe. It looks fairly impossible because it's all sort of in one piece. You know, you can muck about with it, but it is actually fairly easy. Bit of a jiggle and it's done. The two do actually come apart. And it's fairly straightforward. I just used, I think this is 3/16 rod. You could use old welding rods, take the flux off. And the same in the middle there, just welded to the bottom of the shoe. And then all you do on, twist, off, and it's done. That'd be quite handy, might keep her amused. And then lastly is good old classic, get the ring off the horseshoes puzzle. Looks impossible. You've got this wide shoes, small ring, stuck in the middle. How the hell do you get them off? Well, actually, it's quite simple. Just like that. And again, it's fairly easy to make. Just a couple of old shoes, 3 links of chain welded to the heels, and a small ring. This one I think is about 1/4 inch round. Again, fairly easy to put on and put off, just like that. Although it can keep both child and adult alike amused for hours if you don't know how to do it. And it can be passed around the family at Christmas, and then the children can go and show their mates and muck about with it. Anyway, I'm sorry it's limited. You know, there's all sorts of other things you can make, but at short notice, you see we're just about getting ready for Christmas. I've had my day shoeing, I've finished off, I've had a shower, I'm sitting down with a beer, put all the lights on, waiting for the wife to come home because she didn't get home till late. And we're getting ready. You can see she likes a bit of tat. But anyway, if I don't see or hear from any of you before Christmas, I hope all of you and your families have a lovely time. Whatever you celebrate, enjoy it. And if I don't see you before, we'll catch you in the new year.